Now that the first trailer for Predator Badlands has been revealed, we, the fans of the franchise, haven't been able to keep our calm. The brief trailer is a solid indication of the franchise moving in a bold new direction, and this isn't the first time that a Predator film will feature the Yautja as a protagonist and not a villain, as it will tell the story from its perspective. The director Dan Trachtenberg has offered his take on this much-awaited installment of the series. But what has intrigued us further are the hints of an extension to the generic Predator and connection to the greater Alien universe. In this video, we'll take you through all such instances in the trailer that have confirmed such theories, and we might just be in for another epic crossover between the Alien and Predator franchises. Before we go into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us it means a lot. Thank you. Let's begin. What does the premise of the movie look like, and how does a character establish alien connections? This quick summary of the trailer follows the journey of a young Predator named Dek, who finds himself among great adversaries. This runt Predator has been rejected by his clan, and he is banished on a remote planet, where greater threats lurk around. However, the Predator finds an unlikely ally in this hostile world in the form of Thea, played by Elle Fanning, and together they must deal with hostile forces that are far superior to them. The first look of the trailer establishes some key scenes, and the story of redemption and self-discovery also makes a decisive shift from the usual trope of Predator movies, where humans are underdogs fighting against the superior Yautja. However, the unlikely partnership between Thea and the runt Predator is what can be your first clue into the possible alien connection. It becomes clear in this trailer that the movie shares the same universe as the Alien franchise, and the character of Thea is a major giveaway. She appears to be an android from Weyland-Yutani, the infamous corporation from the Alien saga. If that isn't information enough, wait for the scene in the trailer where her eyes turn white and then you can see the company logo displayed in her eyes. This pretty much seals the deal about her identity, and also gives us hope that there is a future for Alien Predator crossovers to take place in the cinematic universe yet again. What is the significance of the Weyland-Yutani corporation in the trailer? The Predator universe has not shied away from the subtle references to the Alien universe in the past, and this is not the first time that we're seeing glimpses of the corporation. But never before did we have such an explicit reference. That too in the trailer clips itself. The involvement of Weyland-Yutani, which is all but certain at this point, suggests that human colonization has now spread across the stars. It should also be noted that the story is set in a futuristic landscape, which means that the corporation has probably furthered its advancements. We might also be in for some of their questionable ethics and android technology that they bring with them, and how their presence impacts the story remains to be seen. Why is a Weyland-Yutani android helping the Predator? This is perhaps the most interesting question that deserves to be further explored. The trailer has revealed an unlikely team-up between the runt Predator and the Weyland-Yutani android, played by Elle Fanning. But why would she help in the first place? We're intrigued to find out more about her programming and mission, and there's always a chance that this is part of a larger Weyland-Yutani scheme. The corporation might be motivated to help out the runt Predator because they want something in return. Off the top of our heads, the corporation might require the support of the Predator for their future fight against the ominous alien, and this could be the perfect story arc for the next move in the franchise that will feature the two together. Could Thea be a rogue android? The notorious corporation is not driven by altruism, and they wouldn't be using their android to help the runt Predator unless it suits their purposes. That being said, there's always the possibility that the corporation is not involved at all. Thea could be a rogue android, acting out her own free will, and not bound by the programming that she was once subjected to. This would make for the perfect story, where two castaways get together against greater odds to fight back for their identity and respect. The runt Predator, Dek, is caught up in a strange and harsh world, and Thea might be the perfect ally in such circumstances, with her android skills and training. In such a situation, we might even have a narrative where the corporation also sends out soldiers to hunt them down. And if this turns out to be true, we couldn't have asked for a better story of resilience and resistance. However, all predictions regarding the nature of Thea are premature at this point, because for all we know, she could have been manufactured by the engineers. Does the first shot of the trailer have an alien Easter egg? This is probably the most unexpected revelation, and it comes in the very first shot of the trailer. Here, we see a trophy that is adorned with the skulls of various species. We see a primate, a T-Rex, and what appears to be an engineer. If this is indeed the case, then the alien connection is confirmed in the first few seconds of the trailer itself. Also, the scene has left the fans excited about another connection, and this one is with Independence Day. This comes from the centerpiece of the collection, which happens to be the skull of an alien that looks awfully similar to the Harvesters. the alien species that attacked Earth in the iconic 1996 film. In the movie, these aliens were shown to travel from one planet to another, colonizing them in the process with their advanced technology and power. What if the Predator finds itself fighting these powerful alien creatures? It would be in line with the general concept of the film, where the ultimate hunter finds himself becoming the hunted, and it would be an epic confrontation between two apex warriors. We would pay a fortune to watch the predators fight it out against the fearsome harvesters, and seeing the two alien species cross paths would actually be a complete circle for the sci-fi genre in general. There's a gripping sequence in the trailer that shows the runt predator standing its ground, waiting to intercept a vicious attack from a mysterious creature. The creature in question is absolutely gigantic, and it almost reminds us of something that we can expect to find on Skull Island. However, as the creature charges the predator, something interesting catches our eye. There's a crumpled ship on the right of the screen, and this one also has the Weyland-Yutani logo. This is now far too many coincidences to be random, and surely the corporation will have a direct or indirect role in the movie narrative for all this setup. What are some of the other clues that confirm the alien connection? While these are some of the major hints from the trailer, there are some other deliberate aesthetic overlaps with the Alien franchise that haven't slipped past the radar of the fans. For example, you see a Weyland-Yutani branded rover, and the scene doesn't even try to hide this or make it difficult to find. The appearance of Thea is somewhat David adjacent, and you can't ignore the obvious. The technology and weapons that have been used also give us nostalgic throwbacks to the Alien franchise, and the narrative seems poised enough to birth a facehugger at any point. Can Disney actually bring about a diverse crossover without legal trouble? Yes, this is the best news behind all this speculation about a potential crossover in the near future. When Alien vs. Predator was released back in the day, it was a big deal for the fans, but the potential for Disney to go even bigger in the next few projects is quite promising. They could even have the luxury of incorporating the harvesters in the story to make things more interesting. If the engineers actually make an appearance in the movie, it could provide an opportunity to explore deeper into the alien lore as well. As for legal troubles, Disney would have no issue whatsoever because they own the rights to Predator, Alien, and Independence Day movies, and they can easily incorporate any of these elements into their new movie. All they need to figure out is a way to balance out the timeline for all of this to make sense, and it might be the recipe for the perfect blockbuster. Alien Romulus has been a massive success, and the last Predator movie, Prey, was also a huge hit, and now might be the ideal time to hit the home run with a crossover. Even Thea's jacket has the Weyland-Yutani logo. The trailer tries pretty hard to make sure that you don't miss a second's reference to the presence of the infamous corporation in this universe. Thea, who's easily one of the most intriguing characters in the narrative, is smart, enthusiastic, and fearless because of her naivety. We're quite sure that she's a Weyland-Yutani android, but there seems to be two of them, and many are talking about the possibility of Elle Fanning playing the role of twin sisters. While we're not too sure about what exactly it is, she does wear the same jacket across the trailer, and all of them have the Weyland-Yutani logo on the shoulder. This, coupled with the scene where her eyes roll back and reveal the logo again, is clear as daylight that there's some deep-rooted Alien universe connection. Who are the other human characters that we see in the trailer? Could they be Colonial Marines? Thea, played by Elle Fanning, doesn't seem to be the only human character in Predator Badlands. There's a scene that shows dozens of other humans carrying guns, and they seem to be approaching the runt predator, who's kneeling down near a facility. Now, we've made an assumption based on all that we've seen in the trailer that points to an Alien vs. Predator crossover. If you remember the 2013 first-person shooter game called Alien Colonial Marines, we had a group of Colonial Marines confronting the corporation in order to rescue the survivors. This could have been incorporated in Predator Badlands, and the men with guns could be the Marines who are out there adding to the woes of the runt predator. We might be terribly off the actual thing here, but you can't ignore the possibility, given how the appearance also reminds us of these soldiers from the Alien universe. It will also be interesting to observe how the Weyland-Yutani android reacts to these Colonial Marines cornering the Predator, and which way her loyalties lie. The future might bring together Weyland-Yutani, Predator, and Alien. This would be absolutely the dream combination for all the hardened fans of these popular franchises. A story that can potentially bring together elements of the corrupt corporation, Weyland-Yutani, and fuse it with the Predator and the Alien, would be simply mouth-watering stuff. Add to this the Space Marines as well, and we have so many angles to explore the story that a blockbuster is guaranteed. The best part is that the video games can provide a solid layout for the game. And isn't this the era of video game adaptations gone right? We're keeping our fingers crossed for this one, but the early signs are promising enough to say the least. Marvelous verdict. Nothing hypes up fans more than Alien vs. Predator prospect. Predator Badlands was already one of the most anticipated movies of the year, and now the fans have all the more reason to be excited because the trailer has shown clear signs of a crossover. We expect some of the groundwork to be laid out in this movie itself, even though we might not get the mouth-watering contest between the two apex fighters just yet. The presence of Weyland-Yutani is surely going to influence the story in some manner, and all these Easter eggs are not scattered around for nothing. As we've already mentioned in the video, there couldn't be a better time to launch another set of Alien vs. Predator projects after the resurgence of both franchises, and nothing would be more delightful for the hardcore sci-fi fans like us. Do share your thoughts in the comments down below on the recently released Predator Badlands trailer, and tell us how you want an Alien vs. Predator story to be set up in the future. If you liked our content, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to us if you haven't already. Have a good one and be safe. Thanks everyone.